We have been meditating for quite some time, right? For some of you meditating every day in the past year, some of you just start to join the session, or some of you completely new to meditation practice. Whatever level you are is completely okay. So we can always learn something, we can always start over again and again. So today I like to stay with this simple topic to see it help you to regain your understanding and reset your attitude toward your meditation practice. When it comes to meditation, we want to make sure that the body and the mind is in balance, right? This is the body part and this is the mind part. For the body part, you need to know your own self, about the food, about the exercise, about taking a rest, about stress. So you work on that. Okay? If you don't pay attention to the way you live your life, the food that you eat, the way you exercise, the way you do things, and that's going to affect when it comes to meditation, it's going to affect your meditation practice as well. Okay, the mind part as well. How are you doing during the day? How is your view toward the world around you? Are you a person who easily to get mad, or are you a person who easy going and easy let go? So this kind of thing, it's about you understand yourself, the body and the mind. These 5 aggregate about who you are. If you understand yourself, then it helps you to live life happier. It helps you to understand others. Help you to be easy to let go. Okay, if something that you don't like, or it helps you to see your own mind if you see something you like and how to deal with that. Basically, it helps you to understand your life as a whole. So when it comes to meditation, we're dealing with the mind mainly. But of course, the mind stays in the body, so we also need to understand the body part as well. So here, it is impossible to control the mind by force. It needs to be managed gently. Keep that in mind. If you want to catch the chicken, how can you do that? You cannot rush to catch the chicken, right? You need to play with the chicken softly, gently. Feed them with the grain of rice, and when the chicken feel comfortable, it allows you to come closer and closer, and eventually you can catch it with the coop or even with your bare hand, right? Because now the chicken is comfortable to have you nearby. So the mind is similar. Okay, we cannot just rush the mind to stop thinking, to stay still, and to stop wandering. The mind doesn't work that way. So you need to find a way to deal, with your own mind, with wandering mind. So the first attitude is take an easy approach. In Thai we call สบาย 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 mean what? Take it easy, relax, calm. Okay, meditation is about happiness. It's the time of happiness. It's not the time of suffering or the time that you have to be patient. You just sit back and relax. You come to sit because you want to sit. Okay, if you look at this, baby, he feel relaxed, right? Relaxed to be in the hot water, in the warm water, and just want to be there, just want to rest. So remind yourself every time you hear the word meditation, or every time it's time for you to meditate, you need to build this attitude that wow, I'm been looking for this, I'm ready for this. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it doesn't matter. I really like it. I really want to meditate. Take it easy, take it relaxed. Because meditation is about you stay in balance, between being mindful and being relaxed. Sati and sabai. All you have to do is you stay on track in these 2 rails. One rail is sati or mindfulness, one rail is sabai or relaxation. So you stay, as long as you stay on the track, you will reach your destination. Your job is to make sure that you stay on track. Don't derail yourself, don't get off the track. Any moment that you lose balance, you come back to this, then you should be okay. So make sure you sit comfortable. Bring all accessory that you need. The pillow, the blanket, find the seat that fit perfectly for your body for 30 minutes, for 1 hour. So this is a good investment to find the nice comfortable cushion or chair for your own self. This is a long run, a long-term responsibility for us to meditate and for us to develop the mind. But again, all of these little details matter. It affects your practice. So no rush. Take your time. If you come from work, there's a lot of things going on. Give yourself a few minutes, to sit back, relax, even take a shower, having a cup of tea before you go to meditate. Keep it simple. Meditation technique should be simple, and the longer you sit, the more you practice, it should become easy and easier, not opposite. If the more you practice, you feel more difficult, you might be considering to adjust that technique, or you may miss something that you may not understand the technique fully. That's why it give you a hard time. It give you the feeling of difficulty. So don't take meditation too serious. Take it it easy. Okay, it's a time of happiness. We sit for happiness, not sit for suffering, not sit for pain, not sit for dealing with thought or anything. We just want to sit back and relax, and that's number one attitude. Okay, take it easy. At the moment, how do you feel when you hear the word meditation? How do you feel when you use the technique that you have been using? If you feel difficult, then think again, adjust. Okay, it should be simple. Whatever technique in this world, you should feel comfortable. You should feel easy when it's come for you, when it's time for you to practice that technique. And number two, no expectation. Just let it be. We don't sit just because we want to see something, or we don't sit just because we want to experience something. If we have that kind of expectation, usually the mind starts craving. And if it craves for more of that, then most likely the mind cannot be still. When the mind cannot be still, you may feel like, oh, I'm wasting my time. My mind is not here. This technique is not good for me. The technique itself, each technique has its own valuable. It has been proved that it works. That's why it's become the technique. But this technique works for one person. It doesn't mean it works for everyone. You need to give yourself time to explore and understand the technique and put into practice. Okay, have faith in your technique and go for it. So let go all your expectation and just let it be. Let it be mean what? Let it be mean you just let it be, right? So in my place there we have a hen, that's just been living there for quite some time, and I noticed that when the hens, when she incubate her egg, she just sit there. She doesn't care how long when the chick will come out from the egg. Her job is to sit there to guard the egg. Day and night, no food, no water. I try to feed her, try to give her banana, try to give her water. She doesn't drink, she doesn't eat anything. She just sit there. She just sit there to protect the egg, to incubate the egg, to make sure that her children, all these chicken baby are safe. So she just sit there and let it be. Whether it's hot, whether it's rain, whether it's noisy, whether it's scary, she doesn't care. Sometimes the dog ran past by, sometimes snake passed by. She doesn't care. She just sit there to protect her egg. Just let it be. So do her best to protect her eggs. So when we meditate as well, if we can have this attitude, we're just gonna be there. We're just gonna guard the mind, and we're just gonna let it be. We cannot force the egg, the chicken, to come out of the shell, right? Come out today or tomorrow. We just can't. We just have to allow the law of nature to work by itself. Your job is to provide that condition. You sit there, give the comfort to the egg, and give the right temperature to the egg, and then eventually the chick will come out by itself. Alright, so you just have to be able to do that. And the third one is to let go everything. The sooner the mind can let go, the faster the mind can come back. Simple concept, but it's not easy when it's come to practice. Right? The sooner the mind can let go, then the faster the mind can come back. You let go the body. That's why I always say sit comfortably. If you don't pay attention to the way you sit, when your mind about to be still, it will get distracted by physical pain, by numbness, by headache, by when the body is imbalanced. So make sure that pay attention so you can let go the body 100%. We don't need the body when the mind in deep state, but at the beginning we want to make sure that the body is in balance like this. It's in balance so you don't fall asleep. And your weight will flow evenly to the left and to the right, whether you sit on the floor or you sit on the chair. Eventually you even let go your breath, you don't feel anything. The more the mind is refined, the more your breath will become more refined as well. Sometimes you may feel like, I don't feel the breath at all. Am I gonna die? Don't worry about it. Nobody dies in meditation. Okay, and that's just the nature of the mind. That's just the nature of the breath. And the last one, if that's the idea, to let go of the thought, let go of the responsibilities. Okay, let go the whole world. You feel like you have time in the world. You have a million time to sit there without worry about anything. If it's gonna happen, let it happen. If it's not today, if it's next year, if it's million year, it's okay. I have time for that. I have time in the world to wait for my mind to come back and stay still and allow itself to unfold itself to me. Just have this kind of attitude. No rush. Let it be. And number 4 is contentment. It is that having good health, the greatest gift is having good health, and the greatest wealth is having contentment. And I couldn't agree more. When you feel content, you don't need anything. When the mind feels content, the mind doesn't want to go out. It's just ready to be there, right? So you focus on what you have, not what is missing. This is what happened to many meditators. We don't appreciate of what we have. We have 1% of relaxation. We doesn't want it. We want 99%. We want 100%, which we don't have at the moment. If you focus on what you don't have, the more you want to have, the more you will not have it. Instead of doing that, you focus on what you already have, which is that 1% of relaxation, that 1% of peace and calm. Focus on that, appreciate it, nurture that feeling, and eventually in a short period of time, that 1% will jump to 100, will jump to 1,000 by itself without you doing anything, right? So feel gratitude and feel appreciation. Whoever you are, whatever technique you use, okay, whatever experience that you are experiencing at the moment, just feel content. Money is the money, right? If today a man go to work and he only make $5, if he may not be happy because he want to have $100, but he come home with just $1, make profits $5. But instead of having this kind of attitude, why don't he learn how to appreciate? Oh, today I make $5. It's better than zero. Money is the money. 5 is better than 0. Tomorrow I'll do it again. Right? We set goal, but we also, learn how to feel content of whatever it happened. Nothing we can do about it. It's done. Today is finished. So I come home with $5. I happy. I content. I appreciate it. Tomorrow I will make sure that I have more of this. Okay? So if today you feel like, oh, I only have a little happiness, a little peace and calm, coming down, step back. Okay? Reflect on it deeply. It's better than nothing. 7 billion people on the planet, how many of them know how to meditate? How many of them actually have a chance to sit and meditate like you do today? The number is very different. So you are one of the very rare human beings on the planet who have a chance to access to meditation wisdom and have a chance to sit. You should feel content, right? There's no other reason that you will be upset. So the number 5, this is also important. You must be ready to start over again. There will be time that you need to do something. And there will be time that you don't have to do anything during meditation. When this thing happen, then you have to do something. Physical pain, physical numbness, off balance, whatever it is. Feel sleepy, have a lot of thought, have some doubt. Your job is to aware of what's going on and take action. If thought happen, what should you do? If physical pain happen, what should you do? You can slowly, mindfully readjust, right? If you have numb on your left leg and if you know that you have another 30 minutes to go, don't just be patient there. Fix it. Do something about it mindfully. That is why at the beginning of the session, I always emphasize it is important for everyone to make sure that you find the most comfortable sitting position for yourself. You can have the seat that allow you to sit for 30 minutes without coming back and change your position again. If you pay attention to the chair, to the sofa, to the cushion that you sit on, then you can let go the whole physical body. What about sleepiness, right? If you fall asleep, you don't force yourself to stay in that sleepiness for the rest of the session. Take some action, okay? Take a deep breath to regain, to wake yourself up and then continue. And what you have doubt, you have thought, and you work on the technique. Come back to the object, come back to the mantra, open up your eyes, do whatever it takes to regain the consciousness to make sure that the body is fresh and ready to continue to the rest of the session. Okay, so please make sure that you're okay to start over again and again. If it fall asleep again, take a deep breath again. If physical pain happening again, fix it. Okay, do it again and again until everything is in place, everything is okay. Then you can have some good experience in that session. And when you get to the state where the mind is relaxed at peace, then you don't have to do anything. You just let it be. Okay, there will be time to do something. If this thing happen and if nothing happen, then you just let it be. Let the mind be. Okay, keep on coming back. If it go out, bring it back. If more thoughts, just understand it, acknowledge it, and slowly welcome it back. Okay, it doesn't matter how many times. To me, if you have 1,000 thoughts in that 30 minutes, and if you know 1,000 of them, each one of them, and you can bring the mind back every time the mind go out, 1,000 times. This is good meditation. This is active meditation. For some people, they just get lost in thought. In that 30 minutes, they stay outside, the mind stay outside 25 minutes without knowing that the mind is outside and without knowing how to bring the mind back to the body. So if you know that the mind go out, this is called mindfulness. Mindfulness in other meanings mean that you know when your mind attention move. When it moves, you know, you acknowledge it. And when you know, you can do something about it. And if you don't know, then you cannot do anything about it. Before long, you say, wow, I have been staying out there 25 minutes and all of a sudden I have 5 minutes left. And then this is what happened to many of us, right? So make sure you're ready to start over again. It's okay. Don't feel like you're wasting your time. Okay, it's a habit, good habit to be cultivated, to bring the mind back more often. And the last one is about perseverance. Have faith toward the teacher, have faith toward the technique. Don't just keep on quitting. I try this technique 3 days, it doesn't work, I stop. Go to another technique 3 days, it doesn't work, I quit. Go to another technique 5 days, it doesn't work, I quit. So if you keep on doing this, you will go nowhere in your practice. Stick with it, understand it, and have faith within it, and give it enough time to explore, to experience, and ask questions. Like I said, each technique has its own unique characteristic. It has its own value. Your job is to verify that this is work for you. If it works, continue. If it doesn't work, stop doing it. Okay, keep it simple. And winner never quit, quitter never win. So don't quit, okay? Keep on sitting, and nothing beats persistence. I couldn't agree more. Okay, like I said, self-discipline, right? When you have discipline, whether you like it or not, you do it anyway because this thing is good for your life. Then you must make sure that you have time for it. Make sure that you understand it. Make sure that you slowly develop it. Okay, don't just quit. So this is one of the suggestions from the great meditation teacher in Thailand. She passed away a long time ago. Her name is Master Nan Thong Suk. And when I reflect on this, I say, wow, this is amazing, a simple teaching, but we can reflect a lot of how we should adjust our attitude toward meditation practice. She said, don't worry if you are not overnight success. See, meditation is a journey. It's not just sit today and hope to achieve enlightenment tonight. It doesn't work that way. Don't squeeze your eyes too tight, okay? Don't squeeze your eye too shut. Then you have stress around your eye and it's difficult to remove. Once it become habit, it's difficult. This area is very sensitive. So most of the teacher will emphasize that make sure that you release the tension around this area. Don't be afraid of seeing nothing. See, we don't sit to see anything. That's not the attitude. That's not the right attitude when it comes to meditation. To sit and to see something. No. When you do it right, the image will appear by itself. And then we go from there. But we cannot force the image to happen, to appear. We just cannot do that. And if you do see something, okay, don't get elated. This is a little bit more difficult. Because we never seen inner experience and all of a sudden today you start seeing some inner light, you start experience that your body is expanding, you start seeing the color, but you feel good, but you never seen it before, you never feel it before, and it's hard for us to get overexcited, overjoyed, right? But the idea is if you can, then you keep your mind relaxed, keep your mind calm, keep your mind neutral, and that's the way to go. But at the beginning, if you get excited, it's okay for the first few times. But later on, make sure you come back, remind yourself to come back to be neutral. This is the only way you can go deeper into your mind and into your meditation practice. And if you can do that, then the new image will come. And don't stick with the image. Don't stick with the picture. Those images, those experiences will keep on changing. Your job is to remain calm, to understand it, and to acknowledge it, and remain neutral and let it be. Okay? Let it go and let it be. This is the right attitude. Okay, so I will finish with this. This is from our great master. His conclusion when it comes to meditation is the stillness of the mind is the key to success. The question is how can you still the mind? And that's something we need to study and learn more of this. How can we keep the mind still during that 30 minutes, during that 1 hour that we sit? So there are more details to this. But the idea is if you can keep the mind still, this is the starting point to be achieved. This is a starting point for you to develop your mind, to take your mind deeper into the realm of this meditation. It has to go from here. It has to start from the still mind first. If the mind is still wandering around, still get distracted, then there's no way that we can go deeper into our mind. Okay?